And welcome, Pick Central. I'm Smitty. Brandon Walker, too much of a baby back bitch to do his own show, so I'm filling in for him today. To my right, we have nobody. Ben Mintz is out in Vegas.
What a fucking video that was.
Rico Bosco, not here today. To my left, we have Martin, the Mush, and Big Ev. Ben Mintz out in Vegas tweeting poker videos left and right. We have a number of videos of him out there, but I think the one in question is him, getting sniped at the table, apparently, and getting up and limping away.
You would have thought he, fought a war. I've never seen someone get up from a table like that, and, he was being serious, too.
Oh, that was a real limp.
That was
a genuine limp.
That was a gimp.
He might just limp like that forever.
Did you see Quiggs' tweet? It's like he really left it all on the table.
He did.
Yeah, I mean, look at the guy. The guy could barely stand up.
They are long days. Oh, do we go dark? TJ? Okay.
We're back.
They are long days at the poker table, but you can't get up and look like you just you just did a tour in Fallujah. On your way back.
Look at him, dude.
At the Rio in Vegas.
His shirt is so much longer than the sweatshirt. It's just, he is a mess.
No one worse than Smitty. Smitty does the weird wiggle. I do a weird wiggle when I talk on air. I apologize for that. Mintz is a weirdo. I miss Brandon. Yes, Brandon, wherever you like to call him. He's doing the Dave Portnoy show now. He'll be back momentarily. But until then, you get us three. Za, TJ, Yankees, Red Sox. Do or die.
Big day.
Huge day.
The chat boys are going to be pissed today how much we're going to talk about the Yankees.
They can't even get mad. It's literally the only game on.
Yeah.
There's one game tonight. It's Yankees, Red Sox, do or die, win or go home. That's the best baseball there is.
Yeah, and things are looking up for the Yankees. You don't root for injuries. Obviously, I was devastated this morning, but JD Martinez is out. You want to get their best licks. I was like, fuck. You want to get their best team. And I don't root for them. It's awful what happened.
Wish him a speedy
recovery. Chris Sale not available tonight.
Shit.
Son of a bitch.
Nathan Eovaldi. Okay.
Hey, what happened last time we played him?
Pretty good.
Beat the shit out of him.
Also used to be a Yankee.
But we were all talking before the show. Smitty, you could say what you were saying. I don't want to take what you said.
Yeah, I think Garrett Cole, his hammy, correct? Coming a little banged up.
It's
allegedly.
Yeah.
Couple rough starts in a row.
The really funny thing with Yankees fans is that if Garrett Cole is not pitching well, he's hurt.
Yep.
There's no in between.
Oh, so there wasn't an official his hammy done? No, he just sucks.
But he is a little hurt.
Okay.
No, he's not. Listen, he's not 100% right now. But this late in the season, I guess who is,
One of two things are going to happen tonight with Garrett Cole. Either he's going to go 3 innings and give up 6 runs and have to be yanked, or he's going to go throw a 9-inning shutout. So perfect game.
And we had this conversation on Short Porch, and it was like, all right, how quick is Garrett Cole's leash? I said it's not quick at all. You paid this man $320 million.
Yeah, but if a man's getting shelled, he's getting shelled.
Well, shelled is different. If it's 6 runs, you get him out. But I'm saying if you pay this man $320 million, he gives up 2 runs in the second inning, and it's bases loaded, 1 out. I still keeping him in.
Fair.
That's fair. I think in a 5-game series, the leash obviously longer. Do or die. He gives up 3 by the second inning. I think he's out.
Yeah. So it's tough because again, it's like you pay him so much. Like this is literally, besides the Game 7 of the World Series, why you pay him that much money is because you have that one pitcher where it's like we're putting him out there, and that's why we're going to win, and that's what we pay him for today. And I think that if it's. If he has 1 run and it's bases loaded again, second inning, you're not going to be like, all right, get him out. It's like, let's fucking, this is our guy. We're going to let him do or die with him.
He gives him a bases clearing double there that you pull him, but I'm saying no.
Yeah. So
1 run bases loaded like an out. You don't just pull him.
We're keeping him in as long as possible. It's not like Montgomery goes out there 2 innings and he's in a little trouble. We yank him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you guys are genuinely feeling pretty good about
it's weird. Usually I am terrified. And I am scared because it's obviously one game. Anyone could be that. We obviously know that. But I really don't. I don't see us losing. I really don't. I don't see it.
I'm not going that far. I feel about as good as you can, I guess. Maybe not. Maybe Marty feels better than me, I suppose. But I don't know. I feel confident. The lineup's been hitting. I feel like in the last couple of years we've kind of limped into the playoffs and had kind of this like weird negative energy where we've been playing well lately. So based on that, I feel kind of good. He had the walk-off to clinch the spot with Judge in the last game. Like I feel relatively optimistic.
So we got a stream tonight. You two, the other ball washers, Hubs and Tommy
And Frankie.
and Frank.
That's our starting five.
and Frankie.
Well, our starting 5 beats their starting 5.
Well, yeah, they only got 3, correct?
Well,
unless
no, they
Casey
have-
goes.
No, they have 5. You might not have
Damage.
They have Jared, who obviously Red Sox fan. Feidelberg, I'm not sure he watched the game this year. Dave.
Oh, Dave's going to be there. Okay.
Yep. And
Okay.
Hank. And I think Coley's a mistake. I don't think he's going to be able to make it.
Yeah, but no, Coley will be there. In
Jared said that.
Yeah.
I thought Jared said that Coley was coming.
If Coley
I
makes
saw him
it,
tweet
It'd be
something
great.
today.
That could be the motivational
Coley-
spark that the Red Sox need to be
Coley's a problem for
No,
me.
Yeah.
that's what I was just gonna say. Coley worries me because he'll have Marty in a pretzel in
Yeah.
literally with 1
He
second.
knows he's the one person that like he has the key to me. Like he can make me do anything, and I'll not even notice. Like that's like mixtape was so good because like he would just drive me to do exactly what he wants, and I have no idea how he does it.
I'm actually surprised Jared's going to be there. Shouldn't he be like bullpen catching tonight? For
Yeah,
him
I
or
mean,
something?
hey, I
Isn't
don't.
he a part of the
Hey,
actual
I don't
team?
think he wants. I think he wants to be at the game. I remember we had this argument. I was like, no matter what, we're going to be in Hoboken.
Yes.
I don't know what you're going to think.
1,000%.
1,000%. Frankie, lame. Frankie is quite possibly the most electric live stream personality we have.
Yeah. Well, the thing what people don't understand is that, like, and we joked about it yesterday about, like, us being fair weather fans or whatever, but, like, people are like, oh, Frankie hasn't watched the game. Like, Frankie is a Yankee. He watches the games. It's just we don't tweet about him all the time. It's not like we're going to we're just, like,
I mean,
we have Hubs that does it.
There's a million. We have Hubs who does it like religiously. He's the Yankees guy. Tommy also. Like I'm not like the Yankees aren't my, like I'm a diehard Yankees fan. Happens since I was a kid. Like they're not my number one.
Hubs is like
But
shaking over there.
Baseball
Yeah.
baseball just isn't my number one sport.
So,
I'm a huge baseball guy, but I'm a football guy first for sure.
honestly, Yankees it's Duke and Yankees for me. And Giants are third.
You're putting Duke as possible number 1 for you?
No, I think Yankees are 1, honestly. And Giants, I've fallen off so much because it's just pissing me off.
See, that's an issue. That's an issue. You need
What?
to ride or die whether they're good
No,
or
I
bad.
ride with like they're my favorite football team, but I'm being honest where I think Duke and Yankees are most I care about.
Because you're a fraud.
I don't understand how that's true. Why is that true?
You're just a fraud.
I don't
If
think
Duke
so.
is up there competing with the Yankees, you're a fraud.
Well, I mean, I've always watched Duke. Like that was just always my team.
It's a fraud.
All right. Well, I'm telling you the truth.
Over under tonight, honestly. Yankees are slight favorites, but over under tonight being 8.
Yankees also didn't start off as favorites.
I like the over.
Yeah, I can't see how you wouldn't.
I just think with these two lineups, like the pitching is like we said with Cole. I think I don't think there's in between. I think we either get shoved Cole or like yank Cole.
But I think this could be like just a 4-4 game in the 6th inning.
I think
Bam,
no,
over.
I'm predicting I said like a 7-5 game. Like I think we get some runs tonight. I believe that.
I took the under because I just think that he's letting up 1 run. Just
I
one.
hope so. Maybe get a nice 8-1.
I just want an easy game. I don't
be
give a fuck. I
delightful.
don't care a shit
I don't
about
think
the
you're going to be
stream.
getting an easy game.
I don't think so either.
This is a this
Their
stream.
lineup's too good to just like.
I'm glad like the stream's gonna be happening. If it's 10-1 and it's boring, I don't give a shit. I want it to be 10-1. I don't want to have to die with this. I don't want to be sad tonight. It's not time to be sad.
Carabas did have a good tweet outside of his Rex Chapman happy horse shit, where he did say Yankees fans and Red Sox fans have been going at it, just
Very funny.
going at their records all year, because it has been a pretty like up and down season for both teams.
both teams, yeah.
Up and down, and you finished with the exact same record.
Both like we were in 4th place for most of the season, and
And they were in first
and then
for
they
like
were
the
in
first like half of the season.
But also, Jared's a joke as well. What he says, like, "Oh, we should all be happy that we're even here. We didn't expect to even be like."
See, that's a loser
What are
mentality.
you, the
That's
Tigers? Like,
pathetic.
I'm
Sad.
actually. It's
Sad.
pathetic. As a Yankee fan, I think it's pathetic we're even in this game. We should always win the division
For sure.
So, like, I mean, we should. I know the Rays are unbelievable, but as a Yankee fan and as how good we are and how much money we have, we should win the division every year. So. If there was no stream, Yankee fans, we shouldn't even have to watch tonight. We only watch the World Series.
Did you guys see Joey Miller's Brendan impression on Twitter? We did not.
Oh,
No.
did he do one?
I don't know. TJ, get that up if he has it. Again, Brendan Walker's in the Dave Portnoy show right now. He'll be out. Probably heated a little bit when he gets done, but he'll be back. Monday Night Football, 28-14. Chargers over the Raiders. Ben Mintz died, so we all can live. But, I mean, also Ben Mintz just not having a single content brain cell in his head with that switch. Because we had a great graphic of just every single person.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
He just goes, I'm flipping to the Raiders.
Because he's staying at the M and it's a Raiders hotel. It's like, dude, we had one, like, either way, if it wins or loses, great content.
I thought we were walking the field of battle arm in arm.
Do you know how hard it is
going
to
down
all
with
of
the
us, 8 people, to get on the same game on the same side?
And it wasn't even like the public side.
No.
Like it was like a 50-50 split on tickets.
7 people. 7 people.
He died so we can min cash.
And stop using that graphic of me. I don't look like that.
The other picture is you with your tongue out and your arms extended.
You
I
do
gotta get a
complain
new. I'll
about-
get a new picture.
You complain about every picture.
No, I need a new picture. That one's.
I've got a great-
That was my
my-
first day of Barstool.
I love my picture.
Yeah,
It's
yours is great.
It's a good photo.
Actually, everyone's
the
besides
Duncan
me.
Awards.
me
It was the
Rico.
Duncan Awards.
Brandon can't be too happy about
No,
that
Brandon's-
photo either.
Yeah, no, Brandon looks very ugly.
Doesn't
in that
get
photo.
many good ones, though. You
No.
know.
Shout out Ken Jack. We're gonna need to start having people on here for like individual teams who know their like spots. He predicted every single prop last night. He predicted the score, 28-14. It's like,
I mean,
okay.
Not to take away from Ken Jack. I mean, I handicapped the game literally perfect.
You got ass fucking lucky the
What-
last
what?
second
In
handicapping that
what?
game.
I got ass lucky?
You
what
didn't
the
have.
fuck are you talking? I got
you,
ass lucky.
You did
I
not
took
have.
the Chargers and the under. They both were the side the entire way. Never at any point.
Wait.
We are all
can't-
required to have
you can't
3
say
picks.
You did it perfectly. If you just went
And
2-0.
first half. The first half, 3-0.
We are required to
Yeah,
have
but-
3
First
picks
half
minimally.
game.
Yeah, but
in total. Perfect.
everyone's done that before. I'm glad for you. I'm happy. I am. Don't yell at me.
I
I'm happy
handicapped,
for you.
but for you to
But
say I
I've
just
done it.
threw it out
Ass
my
lucky.
ass.
Ass
I've been
lucky. No, I only say that because you only threw out 2 picks, and we're required to have a 3-pick minimum here for the contest, and you're just like, Chargers first half.
When did I say, oh, it was over text? There was no,
I can see you finagling.
You see Ben's picks for today over
the
text?
Chargers -1.5.
Ben
Yeah.
Ben
Easy
treats the
winner,
Pick Central
21-0.
group chat like a friend group chat. It's like, bro, like no one, and that haha is from me because I didn't want to text, because if I texted you, text me like, did I do something wrong? Like, no, you didn't. But like, no one asked about your fucking thing. We all know what happened. You tweeted it.
We have that tweet.
Well, and the tough the record 10-23.
Yeah, it's like
In the past week, Ben Mintz in the Pick Central group chat has that tweet. He has earlier in the week. Good luck, Nate. Go get it done in Vegas. Completely wrong group chat. He meant to send that to the Cracking Aces. And then we have last week? Superdome's on fire.
yeah, Superdome's on fire. No, that was your one. That was your Cracking Aces.
Oh,
one.
he was in the Cracking
Yeah.
Aces. Yeah, just Superdome's
Superdome on fire. All right, Minty.
Fuck.
Let me go get there.
That sounds bad. Usually not good when things are on fire.
Like, he could literally just throw out a game. Just say there's one game. I literally have no idea. Head's still spinning.
Let Mincy go. Let the big Mincy eat.
I-
He's probably still recovering from his gunshot.
I don't even know if he can stand up right now.
He probably can't.
He might be in the hospital.
And what about Stu Finer's kid being there?
Oh, he's a professional poker player.
You know,
Oh, he is?
He's good. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we ran into him 2-3 years ago when we had ad deals for the Borgata like summer winter open. And we're playing tournaments down there. He was like down there crushing it.
He's good.
Yeah, he's very good.
I mean, Mintzy interviewed him. He was like one of the chip leaders in the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So what is? So
plays.
this is just This is like a World Series event, but it's not the World Series.
So the World Series lasts for like a month with like 40 different events, and the main event is.
Please
in
God,
November.
tell me how it went.
How's it called the World Series if it lasts that long? Like, it seems like there's a bunch of events. It shouldn't be called the World Series.
World Series of poker.
You seem pretty upbeat.
Oh, I mean, there have been times at this company where I've done wrong things and stupid things. I didn't do anything this time.
That's true.
I just kind of was a party in this fight. But it was me and Joey, and we got to the bottom of it. And Dave, it somehow turned into a roast of other people from Dave.
Oh no.
Anyone on the show? Me?
Not today.
Rico?
Not. Oh.
It somehow turned into a roast of
How
other
does it
people.
always get to Rico? It's quite incredible.
I didn't say it was Rico.
Mintz?
I just there's some shots. There's some ricochet shots at other people and producing content and stuff. It's a wild scene in
I
there.
could see maybe a little LSU connection, maybe.
Dave was fired up, and me and Joey weren't giving him the drama, or Joey wasn't. Joey was very apologetic, just like he was yesterday, right?
That's what. So that's what happened. So since you guys don't really have any drama anymore, because it's like you figured it out, he had to go.
But what Dave was saying was telling Joey was like, Joey, you're very apologetic. You're like Urban Meyer apologizing, but this is not a big deal. Like this,
No.
Dave thought that text when he said "I'll drop your dumb ass" was funny, and he was trying to convey to him that this is funny. This is what I want, and Joey was very. I'm embarrassed. I failed myself. I did all that, and Dave was like, do that more.
It's always a funny line because it's like the content of him saying "I'll drop your ass" is funny. But you never want to live in that world where people don't like you at the office.
Correct. Yeah.
Plus, he's out of the office. He doesn't know the dynamic that much. Plus, he's pretty looked at favorably online by his people. So if he's getting hate any way, shape, or form, like it's got to come at you.
Dave also, like, every time I tried to make a point, Dave would just be like, "You pushed a guy."
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's
true.
It's true, I guess.
It's not true. I guess it's
on the
true.
wall.
Jerry's going in right now
to the Dave Portnoy show.
Yeah, I was supposed to go with him, but Big Cat took over. So good. Anytime.
What's the Jerry issue?
There's no issue. He's just he's still negotiating.
Well, Jerry's his age. Big Cat's his age.
I thought he already had the contract.
It's more
involved stuff. What he wants.
He's trying to get more Steelers tickets.
No, it's he still hasn't received. Honestly, he still hasn't received the pizzas. He hasn't received the frozen pizzas yet.
Oh wow! Okay.
So he's renegotiating what he wants.
All right.
You'll see. We won't ruin the show for everybody. I guess
it was always Jersey Jerry.
It's always Jersey Jerry. Oh, let's talk about that real fast. So tomorrow his training starts.
Yeah.
So
he hasn't started?
No.
Okay.
He's still got 2 months.
Yeah. So tomorrow it starts 7:30 in the morning. I have to go to Newark at 7:30 in the morning. Meet Slick Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Newark. It's in supposedly a rundown spot.
Right.
And so we're going there. And then he's like, yeah, we're going to go back to my house. We're going to do like a whole show of his house, show his neighborhood, like how he grew up, whatever. And he goes, you just got to watch out for Paulie Peppers. I go, who's Paulie Peppers? It's one of his dogs that is a real piece of shit, supposedly. He's like, it takes a slow introduction. I'm going to have to bring in. We're going to have to give you a treat. Don't put your hand down. Just throw it at him.
How many Frenchies does he have?
He has 4 now. It's Paulie Peppers. He explained on the show. One's Montana.
Yeah.
And then I forget the other 2.
I love how he names his dogs like people call their cousins.
Right. Just his friends.
I think I tweeted
Frenchie Montana's a good name.
I think I tweeted the clip. I think I tweeted the clip.
That is a good name. Frenchie Montana.
TJ, I think I just tweeted if we want to watch it fast. But it was the way he explained Paulie Peppers is unbelievable. I'm nervous to go to his house.
Did we talk Mintz at the World Series of Poker?
Yeah. We did. We talked Mintz getting shot and limping out of Fallujah.
Did we have the clip of? Y'all watched it already?
Yep.
Well, no. We watched the limping clip. We didn't watch what you were referring to.
Oh, I just Ben Mintz, who. Fuck him for going against us yesterday. That could have been a glorious show moment.
We said that too. Like, what are we doing?
What a moment in history that would have been for the show to go 7-0. We all ride together.
Without knowing we were all on the
all ride together. And we all had the right pick. It would have been the greatest moment in history of the show. And he just bailed on us.
Yep.
I said it to you yesterday when I left. I was like, we're going to win. He's going to lose.
I knew that.
No, he died so we can live. Because we know.
But I think we would have lived regardless.
I think we had the right pick.
We're the better football
We had the right pick.
We alternated universe. We switched timelines once he made that.
I think we had the right pick.
It made me feel more confident when he switched, but they were the right side, right team.
But anyway, when he had this clip last night of at the break, and he's up 125,000.
I got a first dinner break update in the World Series of Poker, $600 deep stack event. I got 120,000 at dinner break. There were like 4,600 entries. I think there's like 1,000 to 1,100 left. I can't even begin to say how much fun I've had just being back at the poker table. It's the first time I've got to play tournament live poker since before COVID. Today's been just great. I've had a lot of big hands hold. Had a really big hand right before dinner where I opened kings to 8,500. The big blind calls, comes 9-7-3. He check calls 10K, turn 5, so it's 9-7-3-5. He checks. I show up 65,000. And he thinks for like a minute on the 9-7-3-5 board and just calls me a 4-3 offsuit. I mean, I don't know what these people think I am. I always feel like people in life just think I'm really, really crazy, which I don't know what would ever give them that idea. But I hold on a 5 river, got to 170K, got moved to a new table, and then right when I got moved, somebody shoved 44,000. And I called the ace-king of spades, and he had ace-10 of hearts, and he flopped the 10. So that knocked me from like 170 to 125. But, I mean, that's going to happen. You're not going to win all your 3-to-1s. And we're still trucking 125K at dinner, feeling good, just having a lot of fun. And follow Cracking Aces and Barstool Mintz on social media for more.
So he turns into the smartest person in the world when he's recalling poker hands.
I wouldn't say it's the smartest person in the world. He's just describing what happened. And if you don't know exactly what's going on, like it seems
I
way
still
over
think
the
it's
top.
kind of impressive to just remember the hand in that detail. How many hands did he play that day?
No, I think
A lot.
I think with poker you remember those hands.
Yeah.
Like when I play, like
All right.
I understood it because I actually I love poker. So
I can't laugh at this because I get cramps too. I walk out of the yak like this sometimes. But
no, but that is like
that's a hell of a limp.
the shoulders
Oh
with
wow,
the
that was quick.
the shoulders back.
That was a fast negotiation.
It's never good.
Yeah.
All right, so Jersey Jerry's out of there.
Mincy, one time we did an episode where it was just me and him, and he explained to me poker. When he started explaining to me poker, I realized that in that world he's extremely sharp.
So I guess a small spoiler. Dave might have referred to the poker content coming out of Vegas as the worst content in the history of the Barstool Sports.
It's not good for the guy next to you either.
It's not. Well, I'm not there.
Right.
First of all, but it doesn't bode well for when I do go for the main.
Well,
Or it bodes great because then I just
the
go.
only thing like that's the content that's coming is he just recaps, and no one knows about poker like that.
And when the dog's kind of stirring the pot, and somebody sat next to him in a Cracking Aces shirt and says, "Oh, looks like the only one who bought a shirt is sitting here next to me." Coincidentally, it's like, Nate, how do you think that's going to turn?
Don't want to
Not
bring
good.
attention to that.
That
do you?
just brings out the numbers, and it's like, hey, you don't need to do that.
Did they take a cameraman?
No. It's poker content is tough because you can't
shoot it, right?
You can't shoot it, and
Yeah.
like the only stuff that like organically can happen is if like you do well and are good. So you kind of have to like go out there and like plan other stuff, like kind of like what we did before. But it's tough right now because logistically, Vegas is a shit show with the pandemic and the tournament. Like specifically because registration lines are like 2, 3, 4 hours because they're short staffed. They have a dealer shortage, and like people are going up to the cage when they registered. You need to be vaccinated, but they're not vaccinated. So it's like you're going through a whole bunch of shit for like not a lot.
That was just a boring description. I mean, I can't imagine.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
just need
being
to,
there.
and I'm not shitting. I haven't really watched much of the content, so I'm not saying I don't know how it's been. But you just gotta feel like plan other random shit around.
Yeah.
It. But the only thing with poker too, it's fucking you're there for 12 hours.
Well, that's what we had to do with college baseball in Omaha.
Yeah.
We had to we had to plan other stuff, but that ended up being we lucked into that one by my team making that run.
And Mintz just being the worst game.
The worst game, right? That was great content. That was phenomenal.
But even in college baseball, you're up, you're moving around, you're able to do stuff. If you're just sitting there at the poker table, it's tough to like manufacture shit.
Yeah, but you're also stuck you're in Omaha, Nebraska, in the middle of the country with nothing around you.
You had Carl.
Carl was great.
You can't have your phone at the table.
You can, but you can't like videotape the cards or like really.
I'm surprised you can even have your phone at the table.
Yeah, you can. You can't be actively engaging in your phone during a hand, but there's a lot of downtime. Phenomenally boring.
Like when you fold, you could just
you
look at
can
your
do
phone.
whatever you want.
Got it.
And that was talking poker.
That was nice.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where that goes.
So are all the Red Sox guys coming in tonight?
So
Is Dave going to be there?
Jared,
Yep.
Dave, because he said, "Man, I didn't make the graphic." It was like almost a you know.
All right. I'm not sure why I needed that.
But it's Jared,
But that is a Brandon Walker move.
It's Jared, Dave, Feidelberg, Hank, and maybe Coley.
Yeah, they put Coley on the graphic too.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's
Jared,
in. No
Jared
idea.
said that. I think I saw him tweet that he was coming, but I'm
Maine's
not 100%
really
sure.
I will say this though: if Coley finds his way to the stream, the Red Sox win.
Oh,
putting that out
So Big Cat's not there. Helps me a lot because he has us all in a mental pretzel.
Now wait a
on the
minute.
Yankees.
I know he said he's not going to be there. Do not discount his ability to just get there.
I'm
Just to fuck
not.
with
I
y'all.
think
But I
with
do-
Dave being there, I think he'll
And usually,
like just that they got a loaded roster.
Big Cat comes when it's just Yankee fans.
Well,
Like,
he had said the Pinstripe Dan comes out partly like when we play like the Rays. There's no Rays fans. You need a little bit of that heel.
Yeah.
We're going to war tonight. They don't need the Red Sox don't need reinforcements.
I don't see us lose.
Let's see. This makes me love the Red Sox.
Here we go.
Yeah.
No, I really don't.
I think we're gonna win. I'm not as confident as Marty, but I feel optimistic.
I usually wake up.
listen.
When I wake up, I usually feel like, oh fuck, tonight's gonna be a lot. I feel astronomically.
This is two teams. These are two teams that ended up in the wild card spot. These are not unbeatable teams. This could go either direction.
I think it's gonna
Well,
be
yeah.
a back and forth game. That's kind of how I feel.
Plus,
I think
Garrett
it's gonna
Cole
be
hasn't been great lately, right?
No,
His
but
last start he wasn't good.
he's been. He is a psychopath, and he is like he's gonna be locked into this game. And like I said, we pay him this much money, and I think that he understands that, and he's gonna shove tonight. 7 innings, 1 run.
Well, I'm sure the Red Sox players don't get paid at all.
Not
Not as much
$324
as him,
million.
yeah. I mean, that's just
you know
facts.
that's a significant thing where it's like they're not. Nathan Eovaldi probably makes fucking $10 million.
He's
Okay.
lucky.
JD Martinez is out. That hurts.
Jay Martinez and Chris
But we
Sale's
also-
unavailable.
We have LeMahieu out, which I don't love.
That doesn't help.
No,
people-
definitely
What's wrong with him?
He's
Hernia.
Yeah, he's just
Positis.
out. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Positis.
Luke Voigt's out too, but he's always been
He's just
out.
not very good.
I mean, Judge or fucking Boone doesn't play him anyway.
Just not having available hurts a little bit. But hey,
Hunter Renfro's going to hit a home run.
That's almost a guarantee.
I'm gonna be
Also-
honest. I didn't love the clip Jared posted of Schwarber hitting a 700-foot home run off Garrett Cole.
well,
I didn't like it.
But that was a different Garrett Cole, though.
I didn't like it.
Pirates is
I
a
just wanted it on
joke.
the record. I didn't like it.
Joke organization. He didn't understand the playoffs then.
Well, the Yankees and Pirates have won the exact same amount of World Series since 2009.
It's fair. Checks out.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I mean, that's just I told you. I did.
No.
Say you do win tonight, or even the Red Sox win. Do you think you have a chance against the Rays? Because you absolutely don't.
I swear to God, we do.
Definitely.
I
But you
know
think
we
you have
do.
a chance to? You think you're
No,
going to win
I
the World
don't.
Series?
No, I'm way more
we probably
scared.
will.
I'm way more scared of the Astros than the Rays.
That I disagree with.
I just
I
am.
disagree with.
The Rays haven't the Rays dominated the Yankees over the past 2
for
seasons?
sure.
Okay, well,
I'm
I just
definitely
think
more
that
worried about the Rays than the Astros.
I don't think the Rays make it back to the World Series
all right. Well, even they still could beat the Yankees and not make it back to the World Series
for sure. But
Yeah.
again, I'm more scared of the Astros.
I think if the Rays
Astros go in my nightmares.
if the Rays were able to get through us to the Red Sox, I do think they'll make the World Series. I think the White Sox are limping in. I think the Astros are going to beat the White Sox. I just think it's tough
I
in
think they'll
baseball
sweep 'em.
to just limp in the playoffs like that and just keep it going.
Eovaldi makes $17 million a year from the Chat Boys.
More than I thought.
You want me to read?
You do whatever you
an ad?
want.
I'm in the ad chair today.
Whatever you want.
Are you a
Big
better host than me? I think you are.
guy. I
kinda like it over
highly
here.
doubt. I highly doubt that, Mr. Walker.
Yeah, I do too. You're not better than me at anything. For many people in the U.S. concerned about the cost.
Jeopardy and trivia.
That was not Jeopardy.
Basketball.
That was not
It was
Jeopardy.
very much Jeopardy.
Remember when-
I beat you in the Jeopardy video game?
Remember-
How is that not Jeopardy?
That's not
Alex
Jeopardy. That's
Trebek
multiple
was fucking
choice.
in
The
the
Jeopardy
game.
video game is multiple choice. That's not Jeopardy.
Still got more answers right than you.
Because you cheat. You wait. You time the buzzer, and you don't even read the question until after you've buzzed in. That's not Jeopardy.
So when
New
Ken-
York Post.
So when Ken Jennings,
Who is that?
New York Post.
No, I understand that. Who is that person?
I don't know.
It's a random.
Just a blonde gal?
Boston sucks.
So when Ken Jennings doesn't buzz in, like, is he able to win the game, or is that not a part of the game?
He doesn't buzz in to read the question. He buzzes in when he knows the right answer. You buzz in to read the question.
Disagree.
I
buzz in because I know
also,
the answer.
I'll never play you in Madden again because you don't play football. You don't play football.
That's right.
I don't like.
I go for 2 and win the game.
You go for 2 every time. You never punt. You don't play football. I like to play people that play football.
So you're just basically mentioning a bunch of things that I'm better than you. Then.
I kind of agree. I for Madden you're talking about, I put in a rule that if it's 4th and 4, if it's 4th and like 5 to 10, whatever, you have to punt.
yeah,
yeah, me and my boys.
the bigger deal to me is going for 2 every single time. Like that's not football. That doesn't happen.
No,
called
I
points.
don't do that. I play football.
Yeah, I play football.
I don't kneel though.
I want a
I think
football.
ours is
I don't
actually
kneel
like
either.
4th and 3.
I kneel at the end. Of
I want a
games.
football simulation. I don't want an onside kick competition.
If you want a football simulation, you shouldn't be playing Madden.
It's true.
Games.
Can we get a modded version of NFL 2K5 in
I
here?
wish.
There we go. With T.O. on the cover?
Yeah, with T.O. on the cover.
Great one.
I'm in the middle of an ad. For many people in the U.S. concerned about the cost of health insurance, there are no good options. You either go uninsured or pay through the nose for a high deductible plan with questionable coverage. all because of a broken health insurance system. It's like being stuck with an outdated cable TV plan and not knowing about Netflix. That's one way to put it. Crowd Health is a community of people who are tired of paying for a broken system, a place where you can get a simple, flexible, affordable way to pay for your health care. Being in the Crowd Health community can save hundreds of dollars monthly and put thousands of dollars back in your pocket. Membership as a monthly subscription starter stop when it's convenient for you. They have simple, transparent pricing, customized to fit your needs. Crowd Health lowers your monthly health care costs.
Better see.
You got this, Brandon.
Yeah.
Crowd Health lowers your monthly health care costs, and you can see any doctor you want. Crowd Health is able to offer amazing prices because of its community health-conscious members. For a limited time, my listeners get their first month free, and after you've been a member, Crowd Health will include a fitness wearable. That's 30 days to try risk-free plus the fitness wearable. Join crowdhealth.com/fit and enter code PICS at sign-up. That's joincrowdhealth.com/fit. Enter promo code PICS. Crowd Health is not health insurance. It's a community-powered alternative. Terms and conditions may apply. All right, where are we going now?
We're going wherever you want, big guy.
Oh, am I back? Am I back?
You're back.
Give me my notebook then.
Okay.
Let's get down to brass tacks here. So,
I think you're wrong.
About what?
Cincinnati.
That they can make the playoff?
No, not about that, because they're not going to. It's tough to get picked off, but I don't think that they deserve the respect.
I think they do. They walked. Say what you want about Notre Dame. They walked into Notre Dame and just ran that team. They dominated that game. The score wasn't indicative of how much they dominated that game.
They handled them.
And Notre Dame will end up 9-3. They'll end up 8-4. I mean, they're not a great team, but they treated them like a number 4, number 5 team should treat them. I think Cincinnati. I believe in Cincinnati just as much as I believe in Iowa or Penn State at this point.
That's fair. That's completely fair, because Iowa and Cincinnati are almost the same to me. And Penn State, I'm very confused on still. I don't know if they're good. I don't know if they've been getting lucky about who they've been playing.
Yeah.
And like what the rankings they were at the time. But I just don't. I want Cincinnati to be better. I think, like in my mind, I just don't think they're a good. I don't think they're that
Well, what
good.
do they have? So Cincinnati has a top 10 defense in the country.
Yeah.
They got NFL players all over the defense, up front and back.
Ridiculous.
Defense is ridiculous, and they have a quarterback who can get it done. Like, his numbers are really good. People think he might be a game manager. No, he's a good quarterback.
Well, that's what I was going to compare on the Iowa. I think they're much more dynamic on offense than Iowa is.
I would agree with that.
Like
they have
Ritter
more
is-
weapons.
They're more dynamic than Penn State is.
Yeah, I agree.
Outside of Jahan
Agreed.
Dotson, Penn State has one guy that scares you.
Yeah, but he is in defense. He is unbelievable.
But they have a bad quarterback, whereas
Agreed.
Cincinnati has a good quarterback.
Agreed. And also tight end for fucking Cincy. He's awesome.
And I think
that guy's a beast.
I think this is premature. Talking about Cincinnati making the playoff is premature because I think there's going to be a whole lot of correction over the second half of the season. Like right now, Penn State, Michigan State, and Michigan are all undefeated and all ranked very high. That's going to correct itself. It might correct itself on Iowa too. We're going to get in 3 or 4 weeks, and we're going to be sitting there staring at Ohio State right in the face. We're going to be staring at Oklahoma right in the face, perhaps, or Texas, whoever wins that game. And
Ohio State's going to make the playoff.
I believe they are too. And a lot of teams that are in the conversation now will not be in the conversation in a month.
I wish I didn't.
But
say
Cincinnati
that.
will be in the conversation in a month.
They'll definitely be in the conversation because, I mean, look at this. Temple, obviously. UCF at home.
And UCF is terrible this year.
Yeah.
Gus Malzahn's tanked that team in
Defense
record
is
time.
awful.
Fucking Navy and Tulane and Tulsa. 2-3-1 game, fucking all 1-1.
They played the hard part of their schedule already.
And I know. And then South Florida.
Do they have SMU?
And they have SMU at home.
SMU's
that's
pretty
the only
good.
one, yeah, that's
and they'll
the
probably
one.
play SMU twice.
And they play East Carolina. Like, there's really not many places they're going to get.
SMU's the spot.
Every other
That's
team
really it.
suck. And that's at home, too.
Well, they'll have to beat them again, though, probably.
For the
Championship.
What about, have y'all talked about Urban?
No.
No, not yet.
Is he going to quit? Is he going to get fired?
I think
It
someone.
seems like it's getting worse.
I think it seems so. Khan, the owner, put out a thing about how he needs to gain the respect back. There's been these anonymous reports that he's lost the locker room, don't trust him, and I think where you're seeing, I think he was kind of carrying that like big dick energy of being a college head coach.
Yeah.
Totally different animal. You're not the number one.
I love this point because
You're not the number one in the NFL.
there are so many college coaches in this country that do the exact same thing Urban just did, but they're in a college town and it never sees the light of day.
It just doesn't work. Like when you're at Ohio State or wherever he's coaching, Florida, whoever, he's the guy. When you go to, like, Trevor Lawrence right now, 10 times more valuable to that franchise than Urban Meyer is, without question. Many players on that team, you could probably argue, more valuable to the franchise than he is. I feel like he's not going to make it. I was starting to think he was going to be fine after what I've seen this morning. But I don't know if he coaches on Sunday.
Here's the thing, though.
You saw it week 1 when he approached the Broncos coach, and he's like, "Oh, this is like playing Alabama every week." And press conference afterwards, Broncos coach is like, "Yeah, pal, this is the NFL." Like,
yeah, so
teams are actually
these teams actually they're better than Alabama.
Yeah.
But here's the thing about him. If he gets embarrassed, if he's not a good coach, if Jacksonville has to part ways, he just has a golden parachute.
USC, baby.
He has a gold. He can just
head to sunny Southern California.
He's shitting gold bricks now because he can leave his NFL job and walk right to LA and go. Doesn't even have to interview. Just say, "All right, I'm available."
Hey, here's a question: has there ever been an NFL head coach who has went from college to the NFL and has succeeded in their first stop?
Well, Matt Rule is
He's
doing it kind of right now.
He's doing it okay. I'm talking. So Harbaugh made a Super Bowl.
Okay, so Pete Carroll wouldn't because it wasn't his first stop.
Wasn't his first. Was in New England first. Lou Holtz, no. Chip Kelly,
I'm thinking
obviously
of John
not.
Robinson for the Rams back in the day. He didn't make a Super Bowl or anything.
Vermeil, not his first stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, well, the Eagles,
Saban, obviously not.
But didn't he bring the Eagles to a Super Bowl?
Brought the Eagles to a Super Bowl, but I'm saying Super Bowl winner.
But I would
Harbaugh
still say
brought
that's
the 49ers to a Super Bowl.
But I would call Harbaugh's tenure with the Niners. I would consider successful.
Then I'm saying I'm saying
and Vermeil, I guess I would say the same.
Oh, and
to some extent,
and Cliff Kingsbury's doing it right now too. He's succeeding at a very high level.
Succeeding.
And I thought, listen,
but
that's the coach. I didn't think Cliff Kingsbury was going to succeed at all. I thought this was an average college coach. This isn't even a guy that really succeeded in college very much, and they just put it.
I got one, and he's the worst college coach to ever coach in the NFL too.
Who is it?
Barry Switzer.
Oh yeah. Oh, well, Jimmy Johnson would also apply.
And Jimmy Johnson
would apply too. But Barry Switzer didn't actually do anything in the NFL.
Exactly.
Jimmy Johnson,
he won a Super Bowl. But.
Yeah, he did, but he won Jimmy Johnson's Super Bowl. Jimmy Johnson was a good college coach and a good NFL coach. I would say he's probably the best of both worlds. Who was the best? Well, Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll's got a Super Bowl and a national title, so probably Pete Carroll. Yeah,
I mean, you could definitely make an argument for both. Yeah.
Back to that Urban point, though, you're so right. Where it's like, it's amazing. Like Nick Saban could be getting pulled over on the highway, and he'll just call someone, and be like, "Hey, what are these idiots doing?"
We'll never find out.
Turn around, and it'll be like it's over because no one's talking about their God like that.
Well, no, you're wrong. If Nick Saban gets pulled over, the second the trooper gets to the car and looks in the window, that's over.
Oh, I'm saying he was but he can just call the police like, "Hey guys, get off my back! I got a meeting I got to be at," and they're like, "Okay, sorry." That's college towns are fucking insane with their college football coaches.
Oh, you can. I think we've seen history says you can get away with a lot if you're a college coach.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
You can absolutely.
It's amazing. It's through the ranks too. Like I don't know how your D3 baseball program was, but I mean D3 football, you could still.
Marty was a god in that town. Just so much pussy and so much crime
in boondock towns.
So much crime.
Yeah.
And Newburgh's not a boondock town.
It's the
Marty was in the hood.
Marty didn't pay for a meal in 4 years. Just go run around getting all the pussy he wanted.
Just took the freshman's swipes.
Yeah,
remember doing that? I mean, I was watching Sons of Anarchy, and it was a shootout scene. I was like, man, this sounds really good. This surround sound. It was just the next door neighbors were getting a drive by. It was crazy.
Newburgh, New York, for you.
I have a very random sports topic that I saw this morning. I want to bring it up to you guys because I love these discussions always. Mm-hmm. Pau Gasol retired today. 6-time All-Star, 2-time NBA champion. Bailed Kobe out and won him a championship that Kobe didn't deserve.
Too soon.
Is Pau Gasol a Hall of Famer?
Yes, solely because it's not NBA Hall of Fame. It's
Why are you
basketball
so mad?
Hall of Fame.
That's a ridiculous question, Brandon Walker.
I don't think it's ridiculous.
That guy, as you said, two-time champion. The things that he's done for Spain. Didn't Spain win the Spain won the gold medal?
Didn't see Zabi a Pau Gasol fan.
How dare you?
You didn't see his face. Czar was shocked.
In that era, he's a top 5. It's just the power forward position is stacked because of Duncan, Nowitzki.
Duncan doesn't count
Barnett
twice.
and them. But he's probably the 4th in that era.
Yeah. Okay. So I agree that he is a Hall of Famer. I thought it's a nice little discussion.
No, it is a discussion because I didn't automatically go yes.
There are a bunch of people in the NBA Hall of Fame that you like. You hear and it's like they're a Hall of Famer. Like Mitch Richmond's a Hall of Famer.
Mitch Richmond was great, but
he was great. But like,
Yeah.
I think
you would think there'd be a
it
discussion.
is easier to get in. If you spend any time as a star player, you can get in.
I think it's surprising he only made 6 All-Star games.
Yeah,
Like if you would ask me
agree.
without saying, I would have said like 9 or 10.
Yeah.
Like I'm surprised it was only 6.
Now is Mark a Hall
I
of
would
Famer?
still say yes.
No, Mark is not.
No,
I don't think
Mark's
so.
not.
Pau, yes. Mark, no.
Mark is probably closer to that discussion point of are they a Hall of Famer or not.
It's been in the league a long time.
I think Pau kind of is. I think
Pau is, yeah.
I think he is a Hall of Famer, but I don't think it's like a no-brainer yes.
No, but it's
I
the
think he's
Basketball Hall of
close.
Fame. It's not just NBA Hall of Fame.
Also,
Yeah.
Kobe doesn't get rings 4 and 5 if Lamar Odom and Pau Gasol don't show up.
Very true.
And both of those
100%.
guys, like I would put Lamar Odom in the Hall of Fame for helping Kobe win his title. And in the 2010, he was awful in the finals, Game 7, and Pau Gasol had 19 and 18. Lamar Odom was good.
Lamar.
And also the basketball one, it not being just exclusively NBA, it being the basketball one, the Spain stuff that he's done.
I didn't realize you
Where
were
the
so.
fuck have I been?
I didn't realize you were so passionate.
I'm a huge. So basketball, NBA was the first American sport that I got into. I grew up watching. So from like 2001, I grew up watching the NBA. Pretty much.
Okay, all right. Well, I didn't realize.
Did you like pick a team when you were in Africa?
So I loved Tim Duncan, big Spurs fan, and then they had the Boston Celtics a lot on TV. So that championship era with Garnett and them, Kendrick Perkins, Rondo and them. They showed
You're right.
team a lot.
That power forward era is really strong with Dirk,
Yeah.
with Garnett, with Duncan.
They all are so different, too.
Yeah.
Duncan's the only player in the NBA history to use the square on the backboard.
No, that's
I would
not.
say the only, but
Well, he's the only player like post 2000.
Every player in the 70s used the square
I'm
on the back.
saying
Post
since
1995.
I'm alive.
speaking of players in the 70s, I was watching Pistol Pete highlights.
Incredible.
Did they have the square in the 70s?
Yeah,
They
incredible.
might have.
I don't
They didn't
know.
have the 3-point.
They've always
They
had the
don't-
square guy.
No.
I'm
Pistol
kidding.
Pete could translate to today's game.
Yes,
Like
he
one of
could.
the few players that would be like a whole
Pistol Pete
Dude,
was incredible.
He scored like 70 points.
He played in the wrong
without
era.
The fucking
He didn't have three-point
Three-point
line,
line.
and he was shooting 30-footers. No. Y'all don't know. Don't do
go
this.
watch his highlights.
Y'all do this, because you haven't watched. You don't know.
I obviously could not watch him live.
Right.
I'm not 90 like you. I just don't know
I
if
didn't
it
either.
translates.
I didn't watch him live.
If you watch,
Go
the
and
show,
watch his highlights.
Go
I'm
watch.
positive.
It's unbelievable.
Pat Beverly might hold him scoreless.
He ran. He would not. He absolutely would not. He ran into drug and alcohol issues, and that's what flamed him out. He scored 44 points a game in
Drugs and
college.
alcohol are still around.
I know, but
Maybe
whatever.
worse.
Let's say he plays today and he doesn't get into all that shit. He averaged 44 points a game without a
But
three-point
those
line.
guys are slow.
He wasn't slow.
I think that's the biggest like
defense is
Slow
slow.
is
Like, I
one
look
thing.
at
He was
vid-
still
old-
drilling Steph style.
old
like
videos
50
of like
footers.
Bob Cousy. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, no, that's different.
I'm like, I don't know if he'd make a roster today.
No, if you watch like
No, you wouldn't play D3.
if you watch a Bill Russell NBA Finals game, they're on YouTube. It's a different sport. It absolutely is.
When Russell played, goaltending was legal, correct?
Yeah, and he was like Bill Russell wouldn't make
Like that makes a huge
wouldn't make
difference,
a
especially
roster.
when you're tall as fuck,
You just
and no
literally-
one else is that tall.
Don't ever have a conversation with Coley about Bill Russell.
But
He
again-
said, Bill Russell invented the block shot.
I've told him.
I also love. I think my favorite argument is he also was winning championships. There was only 8 teams in the NBA.
Yeah, you guys have a homework assignment today. You need to watch YouTube Pete Maravich highlights.
I've seen pieces here and there.
They're incredible.
Black and white, but no, he could dribble.
They're not all black and white. He
He
played
could
in the
drill, he
70s.
could shoot, he could pass. There's a behind the back pass that goes
I
like
think
50 yards between
I just
like
think
six people.
I think the speed aspect is and the athleticism is just.
I think you're like 70s was starting to get a little.
if he could shoot that well, then that would obviously
Look,
he
Dr.
could find
J.
the spot in
Dr.
the
J
court.
played in the 70s.
Right, yeah.
okay?
We're talking about the 70s. We're not talking about the 50s like Kuzma. We're
I'm
talking about the
almost
70s.
I'm in a thing where like there's only a handful of players that can move from generation to another
I think
generation.
Yeah, and
so.
I'm saying he's one of them.
I don't
I'm
know.
saying
I agree with
I
you.
literally
If
think
he could shoot, if
handful.
he could shoot from deep, he could find the spot. In a
Like
roster
I love
for
when
sure.
people always bring up like, oh,
We're making him watch highlights.
could Babe
Yeah.
Ruth play? To like no.
There's just no way to know that.
No, I know there isn't. That's why it's a great argument, but he just can't. He
He
wouldn't be
probably
able
could be able
to.
to.
No, I don't think so.
The guy hit 755
Well,
home runs, or 714
Well,
home
I
runs.
see it
So
like
he-
this too with baseball, where like they talk about the equipment he'd have now would be much better as well.
In the training.
no.
The training, the equipment. Like if he had the natural God-given talents he had, but was able to use all this training and equipment,
and
I'm sure
that's
he
Babe
would be
Ruth.
pretty good.
Like, and I know I'm just saying Babe Ruth, but like they're like 100 miles an hour. They're like, what the fuck is going on?
There's a lot
but him even hitting like 60 home runs in the league where the whole league hits 60, like he must have been a special talent, clearly.
Well, yeah.
There is nobody as fraudulent in sports history as Jim Thorpe. People put him on a fucking pedestal of a godlike status. That motherfucker couldn't run D10 track right now. Fuck.
Well, but he was also
Jim
like
Thorpe.
he was like the
Didn't see that one
1890s.
coming.
Right?
Yeah, I'm coming either.
Didn't see Jim Thorpe.
I didn't know if Smitty hated Jim Thorpe.
Like Thorpe, we're talking legit like literally like the first decade of the 1900s.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I mean,
He's a fraud. He's a
120
fraud.
years ago.
He's a fraud.
A god amongst
won't
men at
argue
that
with
time.
all right. So let's do some.
Well, there are people who put Jim Thorpe in the top 10 athletes of all time category.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I'm doing the other ad apparently.
Fuck Jim Thorpe.
Hey, relax.
Also,
Man's been dead for 50
the
years.
poll just ended from yesterday,
that.
and the Lions
60,
are
70 years.
55% bad.
Hold on, can we have a compromise?
You
I
kind of
think,
changed the argument along the way, but
I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I think the compromise is they're a good bad team.
No, there is no compromise because he took it and made it about the Lions when it was about Justin Fields in the first place. And
That's
you acted,
true.
True.
You acted
My
like
initial defensiveness was about Justin
it
Fields.
was about Justin
True.
Fields. You made it about the Lions.
Well, because then you guys pissed me off about the Lions.
But-
We're not doing it again.
No, but
You did get heated.
we said
What?
You did get pretty heated.
Justin
Call me a
Fields
fat
did,
fuck.
Justin
Well,
Fields
well,
did
you call
things
me
you
dumb.
could be happy about, and you
And
were
we
like,
both-
you
did.
can't
We
count
both
it.
just
We
got
did
mad at
apologize.
things that are like what people call us.
Justin Fields struck a nerve. for
No,
me.
wait, you are dumb and you are a fat fuck.
It's true. It is
I know
true.
that's why it's funny. We both got mad at things that
Yeah.
we are. But yes, I got mad at the Lions because they're bad.
Bare
Move
Bottom
on.
is on a mission to make the most comfortable made-to-last menswear. I'm pretty
telling
sure
you.
he is wearing Bare Bottom today.
Big
Marty
F,
Mush
big
with
F.
that
Feel it.
incredible long sleeve tee there.
It's actually crazy.
And it looks
soft.
good on you.
Very soft.
Bare Bottom is on a mission to make the most comfortable made-to-last menswear around while giving back to communities where their clothing is made. Comfy season is here. Stock your closet with comfort without paying the insane markups you see at other. You can feel good wearing your Bare Bottoms because for each item you purchase, a nutritious school meal is donated to a child in need. Everything is built for value. You're getting the softest and stretchiest clothes in the game for a great deal while doing some good in the process. Get $5 off your first order by going to barebottomclothing.com/picks. That's BEAR bottomclothing.com/picks. All right, so we got college football this weekend. We got NFL this weekend. There's last night's results. Me and Big Ev were both 3-0. Marty was 1-2. Mincy was 0-3. Smitty was 2-5. And Mega Money just continues to lose money.
He's really struggling.
Yeah, he's having a bad month, but he will rebound. Megan will still be down there. Rico's he's got a couple bad months in a row.
Yeah, it's a good month for him right now.
Didn't he hit a parlay this month though already?
Yeah,
I think
don't
it was
he-
last month. technically.
Yeah.
College football looking forward. So these are the big games I pulled out. You've got OU Texas this weekend, which I think is probably the first really big game in that series in a while.
What's the line in that game?
3.5. Oklahoma favored by 3.5. Arkansas is at Ole Miss. Ole Miss is favored by 5.5, but it's going down. Georgia is at Auburn. Auburn's plus 14.5. I love Georgia.
Yep.
Penn State at Iowa. It's Iowa -2 right now, and I have no idea what to do with either of those teams.
What's that game?
Penn State at Iowa.
Oh my god.
What's that over?
That's
under?
about as coin
40,
It's coin flip
41.5,
guess.
I think.
That's the most confusing game of all time.
Yeah, and then we got Michigan at Nebraska, which I think this is the most dangerous spot for Michigan yet.
Nebraska's going to win outright.
And LSU at Kentucky. It's only 3.5, but LSU's been in close games. Kentucky's been in close games. I think Kentucky wins, but that line is interesting.
Rutgers +5 has got to be the play, no?
Yes, I said that yesterday. That's a trappy line.
Play Michigan State?
Yes.
Yeah.
In Rutgers.
12 o'clock game, too. It's like that could catch
Homecoming.
TJ, is Rutgers the play?
He just said
Beat them
homecoming.
last year, and we returned all of our starters. So,
Well, they returned everybody else's starters.
Oh my god, there's a lot of confusing games.
I'm
Yeah.
telling
Arkansas
you,
misses a confusing
Michigan's
game to me,
going
too.
to lose. Michigan
see.
is going to lose.
Stop
in
chopping,
Lincoln,
Zah. We can
Nebraska.
hear it.
I could see that.
Zah's just over there like, sounds like somebody fucking in the production room. Just relax, Zah.
I am happy that Iowa Penn State's happening now, so just like get one of them out of my face. And it doesn't even really get them out of my face because they lost to number 4, number 3 team. But like, just get one of them out of my face.
Yeah, I think we'll eliminate both of them soon.
Me too. But like, this is nice that just one of them.
And we're gonna need like Michigan State. One of them's gonna get eliminated from this contending conversation very, very soon. It could happen this weekend for one or both. I don't know.
I mean,
but
yeah, Nebraska's just.
it still remains a possibility that like Michigan State, October 30th, 2 undefeated teams.
Mm-hmm.
I think Michigan State has Rutgers and then another maybe Maryland, and Michigan has a tomato can and Nebraska this weekend. So
Bama's 17.5. I love that.
like at A&M.
Yeah, I don't really love the spread 'cause that's high, but just I remember we were talking about A&M like that could be the game they get picked off and they stink.
I just want to watch that line. If it stays around 17.5, like I almost feel like you need to take Texas A&M, but
because
I don't know that you can willingly bet on A&M's offense right now.
No. I fucking love Texas.
But when's that starting quarterback coming back? When Haynes King? I mean, he just had an ankle injury, like a sprained ankle or something. It wasn't like he didn't tear his ACL. I don't know why he's out so long.
I feel like I really haven't heard much about it.
My whole thing on Texas is this weekend.
Yeah, you're too heavy on Texas right now.
I'm telling you, I see this team is.
You think they can win the national championship?
Not yet. But
No, but I mean they weren't favored for what, a couple games, especially early on. Bush was the only one on them.
I know. I've been on him the entire time, and that guy is so short.
Is he famous?
Be nice.
You must be.
I don't know. Big Cat just posted a Twitter
He's
picture of
I
him.
think he's a housewife's husband.
He is short.
He's short. Get to call out when someone's
He looks
short.
pretty cool though.
He does look cool.
He's got a cool
Why is the
chain,
security
cool
guy-
watch.
Security
I know
guys dapping them up like
Security guy's a housewife fan.
Yeah.
Hey, I heard Housewives is a fucking unbelievable show.
We
Jerry's
can't-
really short too.
All right, who is it? Jerry's very short. Yeah, let's get Jerry walking past this
A lot
guy.
of short. lot of
Jerry's
short
about to walk
kings running
through.
around.
Look how short.
That's a short off right there.
little Jersey Jerry. And NFL, I don't know if y'all want to talk about lines or anything. I don't know that I see anything. Like Rams and
That
Seahawks
was
are
a
this
great
weekend.
Thursday game.
Is that Rams Seahawks? Because that's the first one I wrote down.
Yep, in Seattle.
I feel like a Rams Seahawks game usually was always like 9-3 for some. Not this year now. With their offenses, but still, I don't know. It's always a weird game with
This
those.
is kind of a pretty big game for the Rams.
Yeah,
If
I
they
would
want to
agree.
win like home field advantage, they got to win this game.
Well,
Yeah,
that damn NFC West though, man, it's just any division game is going to be tough as hell. Mm-hmm. Like the Seahawks just went on the road, they beat the 49ers. The Rams lose at home, so it makes sense that the Rams will go on the road and beat the Seahawks now. Mm-hmm. But did we talk about the game last night at all?
Not
Little-
a little
just
bit
little
before
bit.
you got here, but not too much.
Justin Herbert's just good.
He's really good.
He's really fucking good.
The Chargers' defense is really.
I don't know
fucking
how the
good.
Chargers could lose in
Really
those
good.
uniforms. I love those.
It was a fucking Raiders home game.
I know we all said it on Twitter, but how are we doing lightning delays inside?
Also, lightning delayed. You're a gambler. That's just put more money on the Chargers.
Because they have lightning on their helmets.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Boom.
But yeah, it makes no sense. What can it go through the dome?
All right, Big Ev, lead us off on picks.
All right, today I have the Yankees money line. I have the over in the Yankees game, over 8, and I have the short porch pick because I need a third
Wait,
pick, which
I
I
thought you
believe.
took the under.
No, I was on the over,
Oh, okay.
and I took the short porch parlay because I need a third pick, which I believe is a Giancarlo Stanton home run and the Yankees win.
Yep.
That is what I'm on.
Yep.
All right, Marty Mush.
Same exact thing.
So you have the under, right?
I have the under.
Okay. All
I have
right.
the under just because I believe in Garrett Cole pitching with one.
All right, Smitty, give me your 11 picks from this game,
Nah,
please.
no tomfoolery here. We're going Sox. We're going Garrett Cole under, and I added over 8 runs. Let that be known, and Rays to win the
I
AL.
like that future right there.
We do
Plus
futures.
250.
Well, if you just want to say a future, let him say a future.
That's fine. No, I'm saying for the. Does it count for the?
All right, who
It's
knows?
future time.
It's not going to work anyway, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
I got the Red Sox winning the game as well. I'm just going with the home team, and I think it's funnier for the Red Sox to win. I'd rather see you guys embarrassed than the Red Sox guys
Because they won't care.
I
Jared
don't know.
will.
I think they'll
Coley
care just as
cares.
much as you guys
Coley
would
cares.
care.
Cole and Jared care.
I'm telling you, if Coley
You're telling
doesn't-
me and
But it's-
Feilberg
but
have the
it's-
same caring.
All right, now bring up
interest?
my home run bets here. I got Hunter Renfroe because Mississippi State. He's going to hit a home run. And then I got the guy. I thought about the Yankees, right? Who do I see you guys hate the most on Twitter? Who are the guys that you're like, when they do something good, you're like, "Oh, Gary!" and then like a bunch of exclamation points. That's why he's going to hit a home run.
Brett Gardner.
Yeah,
He might not play tonight, by the way.
Who, Gary Sanchez or Brett Gardner?
Yeah, he might not.
Gary Sanchez.
Well, then, obviously-
He's not starting. Well, he might
He
DH.
could
He's not
DH.
catching.
Okay, well, he's on the book, and I've got him on my card. If he doesn't play, obviously take him off my card.
Okay.
I'm telling you, Coley shows up to the stream, the Red Sox win.
I really hope he doesn't.
I had no idea. Head still. What is this?
That's what he texted in the
I
group
mean,
today.
the Superdome's on
Ben's
fire.
picks.
Is
Those
this
are picks.
Is this? I had no. Oh, he didn't do picks.
Yeah. 10-23, Ben Mintz.
Can we just? He's becoming a liability at this point.
Oh, yeah.
And nobody. He's like a little puppy dog. He's our mascot. But and everybody's like, "Oh, quit being mean to Ben." We do picks every day. We do picks every day.
Amazing. He's in the gambling state of America.
Right.
And he can't get a pick.
He's like a little new puppy. He's like rolling around. He's like bumping into walls and stuff. You just can't you can't wrestle him in. He's all over the place.
Made a good run though. Made a good run.
Did he?
Well, that's what he said.
But I thought
I think he placed in the one he was in last night, I believe.
Yeah, he min cashed.
So does that put him in? Can he be?
That
Well, that right calf is flaring though.
I mean,
he's
the shirt, he's just
you could
all
you could just feel-
disheveled.
You can just feel the pain in every step.
He's got so much stuff in his hands, too, I feel like. Like
Shoes don't fit. Shoes.
Yeah, he's a size 10. He's wearing
the
size
mask
12.
is on his neck. His feet go like this. When he
fucking-
walks.
Also, the one thing too,
The
I noticed
T-shirt popping out of the hoodie.
in that
I know,
in
that's-
that video with the selfie video that we showed earlier, he took off and on his hat about 12 times in
Did he?
like 45 seconds.
I mean, he's on cocaine. It's not that big of a deal.
What are you doing?
Huh? No, I don't know. I just like to say bullshit sometimes.
poor sober Ben Mintz getting crack.
I think he's sober from alcohol. He said he stopped drinking. He didn't say he stopped anything else.
All right.
All right, good stuff. I'm the host right now. I'm back in the chair.
Yeah, you are.
Finish us off.
Well, that's all, Pick Central. What's up, fellas? We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, Yak's up
Go
next.
Sox.